right, I'd like to call the October 16th, 2025 meeting of the Parks and Trails Commission to order. We'll take the roll call. Anderson.
Walsh. Schmidt.
Nybo. Strahler.
Welcome. Welcome, staff. Nice to see you all here. I'll be filling in tonight. The chair and the vice chair are indisposed, and so I'll be seeing if I remember how to do this.
You got it.
All right, invite the staff and members to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Questions, changes for the agenda? Chair will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Thank you. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Minutes. Seth's minutes from last month.
Did everyone get included?
I think so.
You'll never live it down. I'm
Questions,
sorry,
comments, corrections? All right, Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as written.
A motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
A second.
All right, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Open forum. No one is present. Presentations. There are none. Unfinished business? No unfinished business. New business. Item 8A.
Hello. So, last week at council, this was brought before them as an option. It was brought to our attention that Lennar is looking to switch out, instead of irrigating 2 cul-de-sacs, they would like to provide us with a shade structure at Wildflower Park. And since that's a very often requested amenity and feature there, we figured it made sense, and council said, yep, let's move forward with it, except can they pay for the pavilion and the install and 2 benches, or 2 picnic tables. So, tonight, before you, we are looking for a location for the shelter, and if it's the proposed location, great. If you have alternative suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And then, also, we will be looking at benches and picnic tables. So, we'll start with the location of the shade structure. Right now, we have it just kind of in the concave portion, convex portion.
Concave.
Okay, concave portion. It's shown, it's about 20 by 20. So this 80 square foot box. Thoughts on the location? Is there a real passion for that spot? Is there a passion to move it elsewhere? Other areas of discussion were here. And then it was discussed that line of sight for traffic might be kind of tough. There was also the discussion of here, which this one also, these 2 brought up similar points of discussion for this intersection. While not as used as Gleason, still pretty frequent. Part of the reason it was brought up to move it maybe closer to the parking is in case people brought in coolers or something heavy that they needed to kind of haul out there. I would say I don't see that being a super frequent need just because it is only a 20 by 20 shelter. It's probably not something we're going to rent out, and it's anticipated to currently have 2 tables. I mean, you could bring a cooler, but I just don't think it'll happen as often as people would at like Heritage Park. So thoughts on location?
Yeah, so I actually drive by this one pretty frequently, and notice a lot of the play that goes on there. So like a lot of times they're playing soccer in that lower right
Down
open
here.
space. And so while I definitely understand the reason to keep it maybe central to like distance from all the play equipment, I think the very top right there, right there might be a nice compromise. You're closer to the road for the cooler issue, farther away from the main road, and then it gives that full space for soccer field, like, that I do see them playing, they're pretty frequently, and then getting them that farther away from the road, the actual like soccer space, is probably better too.
They also play volleyball frequently in that area.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was there recently, they had the
Yeah.
net set up right over there.
So you
And
guys-
if they are listening, please make sure you remove the net afterwards. We have one of your nets
Please.
here at City Hall, and you're more than welcome to come pick it up.
I
in
love
case
it.
you're listening. Yeah, so
Okay, so
that would be-
are folks
One
good
thought.
with this general area? I think the only hesitation was over here is a resident,
Mm.
so trying to keep it away from that area, but there is kind of a buffer area right here that is still parkland,
Mhm.
so. Thoughts?
This is all parkland, so the city will continue to maintain it.
And the islands in the cul-de-sacs, who will be maintaining those? That if they don't get the irrigation and all that fun
I want
stuff?
to hold your question, let's stick with, can do the
Oh, I
shelter.
apologize,
That's fine,
apologize.
because I have some questions.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Okay.
Initially, I like the location that was presented here, but I think, with the points made, it would make sense to leave that field area or space a little more open. Additionally, looking to put it at the other end of the park there, that's where the smaller kids are playing. And so there might not be quite as much need to have the structure right there. I mean, I could see the use being maybe small birthday parties or something like that, or just get-togethers with neighbors in the park, right? And so, more likely than not, if people are congregating there, it's probably, at least in my opinion, probably be with the older kids. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's not a huge space. It's not like it's a big change. But no, I think that the north, east?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good spot for it. So I would agree there.
Consensus?
I think so, yeah, that makes good sense to me.
You can see there's cars parked there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think with the path too, you have alternative routes for people to get there who might otherwise, or who might use it as well.
And it's not blocking the intersection at all.
So do we need a motion on this, or do we just go with consensus?
Let's do consensus for, no, we should probably, it's just direction. Let's get a motion just in case. I like to do that, sorry, thinking out loud.
Would make a motion that can I make a motion to motion that the Parks and Trails Commission supports the shade structure and would prefer the location to be in the northeast corner of the park?
A second?
Then on the discussion.
Good, more.
If they are giving, in exchange for the cul-de-sac part, who's taking care of those cul-de-sacs?
I'm pretty sure it's the HOA,
Okay,
but ultimately council approved it last week
okay,
to move forward with this option.
okay. I just didn't want the cul-de-sac now to become a problem for us, for the city to be going in, because there's no irrigation and it's
Right.
dying and we have to seed it and we have to, I don't know, whatever goes on in that circle.
We can
That's
double
all.
check and
So-
get back to you either way.
Is the idea then to, I guess, keeping on the cul-de-sac piece?
Well, let's hold the vote. All in favor of the motion?
Of the movement.
Of the
Aye.
Aye.
opposed? Okay.
I'll say aye, but to me, it has to do with the cul-de-sacs
We can-
before I say yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up in the discussion part, but go ahead.
I will say, within, how do I put this? With council having kind of already approved that part, I don't know how much wiggle room we have at this point to kind of change that. So I would try and get what you want out of the situation that is here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to verify it
No, that's
didn't
fair.
become an obstacle for us because, or for the city
Mhm.
because we traded.
We'll check with probably Public Works and Engineering and shoot out an email after.
Sure.
Does that work?
Perfect.
I wish I had more answers for you.
I'm in favor then.
Moving on to bench options?
No,
or
you know,
picnic
I'm,
tables?
now I, since we're talking about the plantings in the cul-de-sac, the size of those two cul-de-sacs, the garden space is about 572 square feet. So it's a sizable garden. And there are only 3 grasses listed. And one of them is regarded as not a native grass and is invasive, not in a really terribly serious way, but if you see some patches of this white-headed grass, and every year it gets a little bigger, that's what they're.
Is it like that pampas grass type stuff? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I, you know, my preference, if the homeowners association is in charge of that, then they're in charge of it.
Right.
If it were if I were on that cul-de-sac, I would certainly want something more interesting than 3 species of grass. And it would include probably some of the boulders that we've got behind City Hall. Do something more interesting with it. But it's a quite different question. And I would prefer that Indian grass be used instead, or some other native. And that we be concerned about the first couple of years, especially with no sprinkler system, that if you give it regular water so that it doesn't just turn into a small field of thistles.
What
You
I
experienced that?
what I do like about the change is that it's taken out the sod and replaced it with more, I guess, hardier grasses.
Yeah,
And
yep.
that would require less maintenance.
Yep.
But to your point, I think a little more diversity could be.
Could be
Yeah.
more interesting than that, but
Correct.
it's pretty plain. Yeah. And then I just was also noticing that they've got a tree right in the middle of it, and then trees around the cul-de-sac in each of the lots. And so over the next 30 years, it's going to go from bright, full sun all the time to sort of semi-shade. So that they'll need to redo that garden. But that's true anyway.
I'm writing this all down so that I can pass it
Just,
up the chain.
it's, you know, the reason that most important is that the homeowners association is responsible for the maintenance of that. If it's the city, then it's a little different, but I can't imagine the city.
I doubt it, but we'll make sure.
Agreed.
Nor with the homeowners association. I wouldn't think. Other concerns about the cul-de-sac balance? You guys all look so good with those computers, just,
I know, because if you don't get this, just contact.
yeah, it's true.
Alrighty,
All right.
so on to picnic tables.
Yes.
Currently on site, these were picked out by the commission years ago at this point. These two are actual pictures from Google Maps, not true on-site me there. Cedar planks, black legs. So looking for feedback on either the benches or the picnic tables. Is there an interest in having any benches in place of picnic tables? Is there an interest in including a wheelchair accessible option? And should they match the ones on site? So for reference, this is an example of a composite wheelchair accessible 8-foot recycled plastic table that would match the benches that are on site. Option 1. These are some other options as well. 8-foot recycled plastic table, composite panels on table and seat. Again, this one would likely match. This one is also composite, doesn't match as well. And then just for reference, this is what we have out at the pavilion at Heritage Park. So I wanted to provide that as an alternative as well. And if the preference is to go with benches, I actually didn't pull a lot of benches because I kind of figured you get more seating out of the
Yeah.
picnic table, and I kind of thought that would be more of the thought of the commission, but I wasn't sure.
That third option, middle down at the bottom there, is that an accurate depiction of what it looks like? Or would the coloring be a little closer to what the others?
This was the only color that I found on this one.
Okay.
And
And I
which is
asked
kind
just
of why I
because.
included, because we can get something similar to, oops, I'm not even on your screen, similar to this
Mhm.
without the ADA portion. I just didn't want to include two of kind of the same,
Sure.
right?
And I only ask because I think that one is already, I think, more tailored to being ADA accessible.
This one.
Just
Yeah,
put in the longer-
being that the
top.
longer overhang at both ends. So I mean, I guess if the finish could be similar to the others, I think that's something to consider.
So would you opt for not having the ADA one and just having two regular ones then?
I think in that style, I think that is accessible, in my mind. I think my dad is in a wheelchair, he has MS, right? So, when I think of going into public spaces, that looks accessible to me, right? That's something that you
Because
can
there's
wheel
an
up to a
overhang
table
and the
and,
legs
yeah,
are in a
right.
bit, and they can get.
Versus the top one, you can see it not as much. Well, one thing on the ADA, on the pad placement, will there be cement to the sidewalk too? And does that change?
I was gonna make
ADA.
that recommendation when I talk to them and pass along the information because that would make sense.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
most important part,
Yep,
I think.
Yeah, people need to still be able to get there if nothing
Mhm.
else.
Okay.
So it sounds kind of like, I mean, that's not really the same style, it kind of, oops. Comparatively, like this one. It sounds like we're looking for galvanized steel legs, is that true? Kind of like how these are metal versus the composite legs?
The composite will last longer.
Go back one, if you would, don't mind. Isn't that what that is, except it's
Mhm.
painted,
Mm-hmm,
power coated?
mm-hmm.
And could it be green? Like the bench, what color was the benches?
Benches are black and cedar.
Oh, they are black. Okay, it looks
Mhm.
green to me, so, sorry.
That's part of why I pulled the composite leg one, because it kind of matches.
Yeah. So does that one come back one,
Non-ADA?
non-ADA?
So ultimately, we haven't picked out like a specific vendor or anything of that nature.
Okay,
What I'm really looking for is what color planks, is the ADA important, what kind of legs,
oh, okay.
is there a certain style you're looking for, and then we'll try and kind of source out what the best option is. Is that fair?
Yeah,
I think matching the existing colors it would be preferable.
So cedar
Mhm.
and composite for the top planks?
Or black powder coated I guess for the frame, but yeah, for the top planks, the composite.
And we want pretty much this, black powder coated.
mhm. So basically, the next one, correct? Is that what you think, Shan?
That one?
The bottom
Like
one.
the gray one, but with cedar planks and
Mhm.
black legs.
You got it.
Yeah,
Or
I
cedar-
think that would be ideal.
or
And keeping in mind too, do we still not want an ADA one?
I think we should, just as a statement of public policy.
Do one?
They don't get used all that often, but
Well, and to be fair, I mean, you can still use pretty much the entire table.
and if it means that we have a 10-foot ADA compliant table, then we can still see 3 on each side and would work with just the extra cost of a slightly bigger table.
Just looks like a diving board to me.
I know, I kind of wonder.
All the
getting up
kids
there
I've
and
seen
playing
playing
on
there,
it.
they're already climbing up onto the roof of the
And I
structures
will say,
and,
I would envision it's gonna be mounted. Like,
yeah.
permanent,
Yeah.
mhm.
yeah. Because, yeah, in the next picture, like you said, the overhang,
Yeah, it's compromise.
if there's enough overhang to get a wheelchair there.
I can look too, I don't think that one was ADA compliant,
Okay.
but I can look. I don't think the overhang is quite long enough because the underside of it, the legs going into that,
Oh,
whereas this one kind of has that
Right.
longer,
support.
Sure.
Gotcha, yeah.
I don't know. So I can look into it. Sounds like preference is this one, but black legs, cedar planks.
Yep.
And yes or no to an ADA? Try and keep it not looking like a diving board.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we could find something that's,
Tasteful.
yeah, ADA compliant and tasteful.
So one ADA, that's tasteful.
Yeah.
Google that, right?
And then one standard. No benches.
No,
Are there any benches at the park now?
Yes,
those ones.
those specific ones. And those.
And are they used?
Yeah.
These would be benches under the cover.
In place of the picnic tables.
I don't think
I don't
that
know.
much of a trade-off.
I think existing benches are fine.
Mhm.
The table's just like two benches where you have to face the
Yeah.
person.
Right.
Yeah. And you
Or you
actually,
can face it directly out.
with
Yeah.
useful space.
Yeah, back to back.
This
Still
is
lean on it.
Minnesota, we would not face each other.
Right.
Promoting community,
Yeah.
trying to at
There you
least.
go.
Can I get a motion on that as well?
Is there a motion?
For the tables versus the benches?
That's what I was saying.
The whole package?
Yes,
Okay.
cedar composite planks, black legs, ADA table that doesn't have a super extended top, and one standard table.
I will motion that.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nice presentation, thank you for having those
Mhm.
pictures, that was very helpful. All right, item 9A, planning project update.
Dwight was kind and put that together again.
Thank you. Good. Questions, comments? Looks lovely.
Any new updates on, I guess, timing of park installation, like playground and?
Playground installation, we're hoping for next week for the first half of the equipment.
Awesome.
Crazy.
They're actually anticipating being done, well, I'll say more.
Yeah.
It looks pretty.
Mm-hmm. Trails going in, looks nice.
All right, item B, Parks, Recreation and Trails update.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna go through pretty much the council stuff. There was a site work change order, a pay request, and I don't recall if I shared this with you guys yet, but we heard back from the DNR again, and they shared with us that they found, or they were allocated additional funds, and we were the next project in line.
Ooh.
So we were told that we could go through with this grant.
Oh.
The only issue being that we already have some of the playground equipment on site, some of the dirt work has been done, so some of the things that we originally had put in the grant are no longer eligible because they have been done already, and it's a reimbursement, and you have to be in the agreement before you can qualify for any reimbursement. That said, we have spent a lot of time trying to find the pieces that fit, and it looks like we are eligible for up to $325,000
Ooh.
of the original $350,000 ask and approval. So all things considered, we're halfway done with the playground, but we're still able to get most of the money. So
Great.
hopefully, I'm still working with her. We're going back and forth, but it's looking good. Other things, we got about $52, $53 from See My Legacy. Spoiler alert, it was me and the mayor who donated. We also got another one, and that'll come in the December or January quarterly acceptance resolution. Heritage Park improvements, we also had another building pay request, but the main thing I wanted to show you is, look at that, we have a parking lot.
Wow.
Zoom
I don't know if I can zoom in. I can't.
It's all good.
Nope,
That's
I cannot.
awesome.
No, you're good.
Oh gosh, and
Oh.
now I just
Okay.
ruined
We
the
took it
entire
way back.
thing.
Oh, no.
So,
That's cool.
you can see, this is gonna be where the playground is, you can kinda see the container coming to life. Over here will be a future splash pad.
Where are you?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not even on your screen. Okay,
There we
let's try
go.
this again. Playground, right in here.
Mhm.
Building, you can start to see the footings going in.
Mhm.
This will be the future splash pad. This will round out to make the baseball field whole. The trail through the pinwheel is paved. The Diamond Lake Regional Trail going around the park, also
The
paved.
whole thing?
The whole thing is paved. The boardwalk is planned for the fall or winter months. Apparently it's easier to do boardwalks in those months. Let's see, what else? They should start installing playground next week, sounds like. Concrete flat work is also getting done next week, or completed. They're working on it right now, so. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, wow.
That is.
However, we are still asking that people do not go on site because it is still an active construction zone right now.
Well.
I know. While it looks like everything is so close to being ready, keep in mind we have to like reestablish a lot of the ground that was messed up.
Well, if my dog runs over there, I'll have to go get him.
My biggest ask
Tell them to
is
use the
that
crosswalk. No.
don't have him here.
Where's that? Oh,
Soccer.
Oh, sure.
Is it all planted?
That's grass trying to grow.
It
Cool.
looks nice.
Is it
Some of it's
hydro-seeded?
coming up already, though.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
nice.
they did it
Wow.
along 50 as
Yeah.
well.
It's
in the
doing,
ditch. It looks really good.
it does, doesn't it?
I've been so impressed.
I know every time I go by, every day, it was kind of aggravating while we were building it because there was always, you know, you couldn't get to work on time because there was always somebody stopping you. But it sure is going quick now.
So, sounds like site work is gonna wrap up pretty soon for the season, and then they'll finish it up, whatever they have left in the spring, like landscaping and things of that
Yeah.
nature.
Awesome.
crazy.
Lamp poles
Exciting.
too, all those lamp poles, when do they go in? Don't we have lamps going in?
Lighting?
The pedestrian lighting?
In the
Or don't we have them
parking
in the,
lot. Yeah, parking
in
lot
the-
too.
in the parking lot?
Yes, I can ask, so the parking lot isn't totally done,
Yeah.
it's just got like that base layer. It still needs, what is it, the layer
Another-
course?
Mhm.
So, I would imagine probably after they complete
Okay.
that, just let there's not a hazard, but I can ask to double check.
I'm sure they'll get them.
Yeah, I have
It's
no
just-
doubt they're gonna
it's
put
just-
in lights. I hope so.
Cool. That's great.
And if you want more photos, we are working on updating that Heritage Park page more regularly. And so whenever we get drone photos, we try and throw them out there.
Very nice. Ooh,
Oh, it's beautiful.
that's informative.
Yeah, super cool.
It's just beautiful.
Mhm.
You made this happen. Years of work.
All right, item 10, Garden Club report. Which you all have sitting in.
Oh, is that what this is? I didn't look at it yet. Okay.
It's paper.
It is.
I like
We
it.
did add it to the packet, but it got added today. And so we figured it was probably good practice to print it off so that you just had it.
Well, Tom can tell us.
Well, and I've been pretty AWOL from the Garden Club this year.
Oh.
But Susan Nelson has been been doing it, and she's much better, knows a lot more about plants and cultivation than I do. So it is a struggle out there. The layer of landscape fabric proves to be difficult to deal with. You would about need to get a D9 bulldozer in there to pull it out. Getting rid of thistles is always hard. And some of this, a lot of those shrubs now are, when did we put the garden in? You know, it's a long time ago. Yeah, and so those shrubs have grown significantly. So it's not quite the neat, pristine thing as it was, but there's some really nice plants, some really nice blooms, some nice stuff going on. And we've got a couple of new people in the garden club who seem to be pretty enthusiastic, so that helps.
That's nice.
We could use a few more, yeah.
Excellent.
And park dedication fund.
We're gonna, I'm gonna warn you, the next one is gonna probably hurt a lot more. We've got a pay request going to council for next week to pay Fane for the big chunk of work that they just did, like the parking lot and such. It was about $1 million invoice, so we're gonna start to see the project costs really coming out. I just don't want you guys to get sticker shock when you see
So
it.
is that why I didn't get it?
It should be in there.
No, mine just says cover
yeah.
sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you click the new link that Seth sent out today in your email?
New.
That's why. You got the old packet.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Well, that money's there to be spent.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
it
it's been
is.
saving for so long.
We have.
You don't know how long we've been saving. Right, guys?
Oh, man.
I will say in an effort to offset it, I'm trying to get some of our reimbursements moving through so that we can kind of
Yeah.
backfill. So we should be completed with the federal funds by the end of the year. We have gotten $250 back, and I would anticipate getting the other $250 before 2026. I've been speaking with Hennepin County about the youth sports grant. Sounds like that one's going to be a little closer to like completion of the project, but we can get our $350 there. Working with the DNR, other people's money.
Because we have more things to do.
You're right.
How official, I guess, is the federal funding portion? I'm just thinking about, with the government being shut down and with
We haven't run into
contracts
any
being
issue,
canceled. Okay,
and that's also part of the reason that we wanted to get this
yeah.
before we have the potential to run into any issue.
Mhm.
So I would envision very soon, within the next couple months.
Good job.
Nice.
Good
Awesome.
job.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Good. Ooh. Other business. Do you guys, either of you have a special report? I don't see it on the agenda.
I have the Parks, Recreation, and Trails update.
Well, yeah, okay. What else are you working on?
What have you been doing, Gertie?
The grants.
Well, that's how we know what's really happening in the city, is asking Jessica what she's been doing.
Let's
And
see, what have I done? Let me go into my calendar, that's usually easier. I've been working to get my IT stuff squared away because I have an iPad and an iPhone, and as we go into winter season, I want to make sure I can update the weather line. So when the program coordinator leaves, it becomes mine again. Let's see, I had site meetings. I have been taking drone footage with our detective,
That's awesome.
checking in on the project. They're kicking off the Weaver Lake Regional Trail discussion, so we had that meeting. What else
That's
did
an
I do?
east-west trail that will come through.
Yep, and it will intersect with the Diamond Lake Regional Trail.
Any idea where?
Um,
Approximate.
kind of, I think, along north of 116, I wanna say. Am I wrong there?
Well, 160.
It runs north
Runs
south.
north and south.
Runs north,
Just
south.
kidding. Don't listen to me. Not expecting some of these questions. I wasn't expected to be asked what I was doing.
Now you're on the spot.
I think I included it in the packet. I just didn't include it on the slideshow. I figured you guys weren't that passionate about it.
Seth, what have you been up to?
They keep giving me lots of administrative projects, more than I have time. But planning's been very busy. They're gonna have quite a busy November meeting with all kinds of different projects going forward. Just helping Jess with the website and other regular kind of tasks. Nothing too much that's noteworthy. It's kind of my job.
Unless
Just
it,
that we're
doing
flooding in
things.
with tasks.
unless it didn't get done, then it would be noteworthy that things have fallen apart because these things are.
We're keeping things afloat pretty
Okay.
well.
And this all matches up with your career goals well,
Yes.
just for the record. It's one of the things that people new here should be able to do is say that I'm doing things that are important, not only for the city, but for myself.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I haven't had experience in community development specifically, but when I was at the legislature, I worked on a lot of different areas as well as working in the courts and elections. So it's been nice to broaden my horizons and expand my skill set. So it's been great working full-time for a city.
Good.
You worked Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Mm-hmm. He was on it, didn't you?
Other business or announcements?
We'll have to tell Sheriff Christensen to up his game and be drilling them every time for what they've been doing.
Normally I usually put it on the PowerPoint, but I did it this time and clearly it showed. I will make sure I have it on there next
Hey,
time.
we see you running around. We know. It's not like we don't live in this town too.
Keeping an eye on you.
You
I
can't get,
am getting an upgrade for the Parks and Rec team. We are no longer using the golf cart.
oh no, what are you getting?
PD gave us their
Side by
side-by-side
Oh.
upgrade.
What did they get?
My business, I don't wanna know, I got a side-by-side.
Cool.
I was at an event
Some SWAT
the other day. I got to wear my Corcoran flannel lined wind jacket. So
Yeah,
I have not had a chance to wear that yet.
well,
It's been so nice out.
yeah, it's been beautiful out,
It's
so.
very nice to have that. Nobody asked me about it, though. It's just,
You were proud wearing it.
I was. I absolutely was. I absolutely was. So. Other comments? Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thank you.